Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our college baseball series where we have got a player spotlight today on subscriber submitted player Brady Bordeaux. And I believe that's how it's pronounced. If I'm butchering that, my apologies. Please correct me in the comments. So welcome back to the channel if you are returning, and welcome for everybody that is new. Remember to hit that subscribe and bell icon. As we jump into our subscriber submitted player Brady Bordeaux, he is on the Florida Gators, this time out of the state of Texas where he played high school ball. He is playing first base for the Gators. They are near the top of the SEC right now, battling it out with Alabama. In this episode, they will be having a series against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Now we take a look at his stats so far. And if you take a look at the batting average and so forth, being 227, it doesn't seem like too much. But for a first baseman, he's got 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. But one of the biggest things he's got is he's got some good plate vision. He's pretty decent, in being able to hold off. He does only have 30 strikeouts, though. So he doesn't strike out very often. So he's had a really good season going on. So let's go ahead and jump into this series and see how he is doing as the Gators are at home. And we're going to come into it the bottom of the second in game number 1 with 1 out. Bordeaux to the plate. Hits a grounder right up the middle. That one's going to get through. And his first at bat in the highlight, he is on base with 1 pitch, 1 swing, and he's got on base here in the bottom of the second inning. Now keep in mind we are doing it as Brady this episode, so it will be from his point of view only. In this game 1, it was his rest day, so he is doing the DH role because the Gators do need his bat in general, that he's a solid enough offensive weapon. And the next batter, Bo Gatlin, does strike out there, so he keeps Brady stranded at first for now. The Irish pitcher firing that one in there. He's got multiple strikeouts already in this game. He's doing a pretty decent job. He's not the easiest pitcher to hit off of. So next up for the Gators is going to be Campbell Smithwick, batting .265 on the season. Bordeaux takes his lead. Pitch comes in, and that is going to be a walk. So Bordeaux is going to get into scoring position now. Brady standing at second after that walk here, showing pretty good ability to take the lead and not too much to jump off. So now there's a full count here for the next batter, Trayson Hughes. Bordeaux takes his lead, and with it being a full count, 2 outs. He does take off. He's got a good leap forward, and that one is going to end up being a walk again. So back-to-back walks by the Irish has gotten the bases loaded for the Gators now. Luke Hill is at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Bordeaux standing 90 feet away from home base. Pitcher comes through, delivers it, and that's going to be a high fly ball to deep left center field, and they are going to be able to track underneath that one, though, and that one will be an out. So the inning is going to be over. Brady's not able to score, but he does have only one of the 3 hits that the Gators offense has been able to obtain in this game. Now here comes Brady up in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Gators now lead 1-0. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The first pitch comes into him. It's going to be outside for a ball on a little off-speed pitch. He did not chase that one. He's normally got pretty good timing, but we just need to keep a watch on it. 1-0 delivery swing, and that's going to be, he went chasing after that slider. Just so happens you talk about the timing, then a pitch like that comes across. He was kind of fooled on that off-speed. 1-1 delivery. He checked it up. It looked like it was coming in high, but it fell in right under the top line there. Count is now 1-2. Brady got to protect the plate here. 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. He wanted it too much. He saw it come too quickly out of the hand, and he went chasing it. Jones gets his 3rd strikeout for the Irish. Now 1 for 2 on the day here in this first game. Brady comes to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out. Gators now lead 2-0. Swing, and that's going to be a miss. He saw it, and man, he wanted. He gave it a rip, but just came across a little too early on it. Rare to come across early on an inside 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And he does it again. He's seen it. He's got the home run swing going. He's ready to try to get this thing cranked. 0-2 is the count. Pitch to Brady. Comes in down low and away. Good eye to hold off on that one. Even if you do swing and make contact, that is basically an automatic ground ball. So 1-2 the count now to Brady. Eli Jones for the Irish comes home with it. It's going to be a high fly ball down the left field side. Is it going to be able to drop in? And on the run, the fielder makes the play. Oh, the left fielder on the move. Got in to make that catch. Just barely, though. We're talking about a matter of a foot difference. Now, that was going to be Brady's last at bat. The Gators would still hold on to win this Gators offense. Limited against the Irish pitcher. Eli Jones is a pretty solid pitcher, though, for the Irish. He's had a good season. He's 8-6 on the year. So he's been fairly decent all year. That's just one of those things. Sometimes you come across a pitcher who's going to have a pretty good game, and when you win a game only 2-0, it kind of goes to show what the other team's pitcher was able to do as a whole against the whole team. So that is going to be game number 1 here, and that's going to take it into game number 2 of this 3-game set. Brady will be playing first base here on a cloudy day in Gainesville, Florida. We do lead the series 1-0. We are 45-31 on the season. As the Gators looking to extend their lead out, they are chasing the Crimson Tide. The Crimson Tide right now are half game ahead of the Gators, so it seems like it may be a back-and-forth battle. So now here in the top of the second, Brady at first with one runner on at first, trying to hold him. Parker Nolan to the plate. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. They dive and are able to knock it down, but they can't get the throw off. You can just tell that timing was going to be off. The shortstop tried to make a good play. At least he did knock it down, though. So now later in the top of the second, runners are at second and third. One run is across. Dylan Brewer to the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. Swinging, that's going to be a ground ball over to second base. And they toss that one on to Brady, and that's going to be out number 3, thankfully preventing any more runs from crossing the plate in this inning. So now we have a 1-0 deficit here as Notre Dame gets 1 run on 1 hit with 1 error by the Gators. So here we come now into Brady's first at bat in the bottom of the second. No out or 2 outs, nobody on. Facing Eddie Cooper, the pitcher for the Irish, who's having a pretty decent start to his afternoon. First pitch is a high fly ball. He's got a hold of it. It's going into right field, and he gets underneath that one pretty easily. He had a pretty decent contact. Went chasing after the first pitch, just like the last game. But this time, unfortunately, it wasn't able to come down in the field of play. So he is 0 for 1. Coming up into the bottom of the 5th inning, his second at bat, he watches that first off-speed pitch go to the outside. Looks like a curveball, and that's going to be ball number 1. Cooper with a 1-0 count comes home with the pitch inside, ball number 2. A great job to hold off by Brady. Like I said, he doesn't strike out too often. In reality, he's only got 31 strikeouts on the season. Now comes home Brady, grounder right up the middle. He saw it just a second too late on that inside pitch and hits a grounder right up the middle. That's going to be fielded by Nolan at second. So that is going to be out number in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now we move up to the bottom of the 7th inning here. 1 out. Gators did get a run across, but the score is 4-1. Brady's got a deep fly ball to left corner. They're chasing after it, and they are going to get settled underneath it at the warning track. He is jumping out all over these first pitches, and, I mean, they're good pitches. He's making decent contact with it. So, take it for what it is. Now in the bottom of the 8th, Notre Dame leads 4-2 here. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Brady's going to come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day so far. First pitch comes in high inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Brady. Like I said, he's 0 for 3. He's gotten some good contact. Just hadn't been able to get the ball to drop. So count 4-2 is the lead. He hits a high line drive over to the left center field. That one gets down, and that's going to hop to the wall. Brady rounds first over to second as the throw comes in. He will stand up, and the 5th run comes across the plate. 3 RBIs, double for Brady Bordeaux, and that's going to give the Gators the lead. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And the bottom of the 8th, Brady takes a whack at it and hits it into deep left center field as that one got down in the gap. And that was able to basically clear the bases, leaving him at second, standing up with the biggest hit of the game so far. Gators now lead 5-4 as Jackson Ross grounds over to the first baseman. That one is going to be an out, and that will end the 8th inning. So big time hit, 3 RBIs there at the end. That's going to give us the lead here after 8, 5-4. We got 5 runs on 9 hits, and we would finish it off in the top of the 9th inning. So we'll take a 2-0 lead in this 3-game series over the Irish. Thanks to the bat of Brady Bordeaux, comes up in the clutch. He has been known to be a clutch hitter. That is something he's been able to do. Now, he normally doesn't hit the greatest of line drives. He's not always the best line drive hitter, but man, when he does get a hold of it, he's got power. And it got down in that gap. And once it got down in the gap and started going to the wall, there was no way all those runs weren't going to score, as he gets that 3 RBI double here in game number 2 to give the Gators the win. So now we're going to move on to game number 3 here on a sunny afternoon in Gainesville, as the Gators do lead 2-0 out of this 3-game set. And this was a back-and-forth battle over the last couple days, as our off-batting average this for the Gators is .242, but our pitching has done fantastic, only giving up 3 earned runs. We've outscored Notre Dame 7-4 in the 2 games, 2-0 in game 1, 5-4 thanks to Brady in game number 2. So here we are coming in for the clean sweep. As we can jump into this one in the top of the 1st inning, runners at 1st and 2nd for the Irish. Kennedy Jones to the plate. He's going to hit it over to Brady. He scoops it, turns, spins, throws. He gets out at 2nd, and then they go over to 1st, and almost a catastrophic incident, but Brady kind of went into panic mode, and the pitcher delayed coming over. That really should have been his responsibility to come over to 1st, but he was slow getting there. And he turns the double play. A quick reaction by Brady getting that one completed. And that's going to get the Gators out of the 1st inning. Now here we come to the bottom of the 1st. 3 runs are already all across the plate. The Gators batting is stepping up. First pitch to Brady comes inside for a ball on an inside slider, trying to get that thing to creep across the corner of the plate at the last second. So 1-0 is the count. Dylan Eskew, not the strongest pitcher for the Irish, but it had a decent season so far. Brady gets a hold of that one. The 1-0 pitch, no doubt about it. It's gone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Bordeaux with the rocket. Just moonshot 416 feet to left center on the 2nd pitch of his at-bat. Here in the 1st inning, that's going to be 2 more RBIs across. He's got 5 so far in this series, and actually the Gators now lead here still in the 1st inning, 5-0 over the Irish, as they have jumped out all over the Irish here in the swamp. So 416 feet, exit velocity 101 miles per hour. That's got some power right behind it. Now here in the top of the 2nd, a runner at 3rd for the Irish. It's going to be a ground ball right over to 3rd base. Steps into it, throws it to Brady, and they're going to get him right at the last second. That throw, Brady with this minor little stretch to get out there to get that ball, to get the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. The Irish did put 1 run across, so they have 1 run on 3 hits. Gators got 5 runs on 5 hits so far in this one. So Brady Bordeaux comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1 out, nobody on. Chris Veach, now the pitcher for the Irish, comes home with it. First pitch inside, but does go in for a strike down low in the corner. And that's going to make the count 0-1. So the 0-1 delivery comes across, and oh man, Bordeaux wanted it. He knew the pitch was going to be a good one. He just mistimed it, and he went chasing for that curveball. Swings and misses. And now the count's 0-2. Got to protect the plate. Pitch comes outside, a fastball. 1-2 now is the count. That's a pretty good throwaway pitch by Veach. So 1-2 is the count. The delivery home inside, but a little high as Brady fouls that one off. Protecting that plate, it was close enough he had to swing at that last second. So still remains at 1-2. Veach comes home with the pitch. Swing, that's going to be grounder over to the third base off 2 hops. They throw it over to first, and Bordeaux is going to ground out here in the bottom of the third. So not quite as electric as a 2-run shot in the first inning that he hit, but still contact nonetheless. So now here we are going to move on up in this one for the Gators. Brady's going to come to the plate once again here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Score is still 5-2. The Irish now have 2, so the score is 5-2. First pitch comes in, is going to be fouled off by Brady. 0-1 is the count. Facing off against Chris Veach, still in the game for the Irish. He hits a hard line drive up the middle, that chasing that one down. Are they going to get to it? And they do, just by a step. Bordeaux hit a hard fly ball down in deep center field. The center fielder was chasing. He was on his horse and was able to make that snag. Now Brady comes up in the bottom of the 6th inning, bases loaded. We do lead 7-2 now. He's 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch comes in down low and away for a ball. As Veach has been in this game for a while, his arms got to be starting to get tired at some point. Second pitch, and Bordeaux gets a hold of that one and just yanked it right out of the stadium. The count is now even at 1 apiece. We have a 5-run lead right now. Next pitch comes in. It's going to be a hard liner right over the third baseman's head. It's going to get down. The runner goes around third, and 2 runs are going to score here. And that's a 2 RBI single for Brady Bordeaux as he gets another hit on the day. So he's got 4 RBIs in this game, 7 RBIs in total in the series. And he is having a hell of a series against the Irish here. Now he is at first base with 1 out, so Jackson Ross is coming to the plate. Ross being 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Bordeaux takes his lead from first. Delivery home is going to be a high fly ball over to left field, and that's going to be easily caught as everybody has to tag back up over to their base, and Bordeaux goes right back to first. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th inning here for the Irish as they are on the mound. Garrett Gainey has stepped into the on the mound now, facing off against Bo Gatlin. Gatlin is 0 for 2 on the day. There's a 3-0 count. That pitch comes across and is going to be a walk. Garrett Gainey ends up walking the first batter that he faces. Came in halfway through that at bat. Looks like an injury may have happened. So he is walked. So now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-2 is the count. Bordeaux at second. Campbell Smithwick at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Gainey gets set. Comes home with the pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss and a strikeout by Smithwick. An opportunity to add more runs, even though we do lead 9-2. You don't ever want to be satisfied. Gators now have 9 runs off 12 hits, while the Irish have 2 runs off 6 hits. No errors for either team today. So Brady Bordeaux comes up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gators still lead 9-2, facing off against Garrett Gainey. Brady is 2 for 4 on the day with 4 RBIs. First pitch comes in for a strike. He painted the black on that one as he gets the outside edge. 0-1 is the count. Now Gainey comes home on the 0-1 count. Brady gets a hold of it. It's another deep drive to left. And that one is gone. Solo shot. Second home run of the game. That's going to give him 5 RBIs this afternoon. That one went 405 feet, exit velocity of 110. And, I mean, he didn't get it as high as his first home run, but my goodness, he got a hold of that one. Just an absolute blast. Sounded like a bullet being fired out of a gun coming off his bat. As he just timed it up beautifully. Now, granted, they left that one kind of hanging out, but just look at that absolute no-doubt shot. And that's going to give the Gators a massive win, a big-time sweep here at home against the Irish to help kind of give the Gators their push towards the top of the SEC. And really, you got to say Brady did a fantastic job in this game. Not just in this game, but in this whole series as well. He has a hit streak going alive right now. He's got a home run streak going It seems like Brady is just on fire. Now, this is going to be our subscriber player. We will check in with him later on in the season, probably just around the playoff time as we see what the Gators are going to be doing. But Brady's really stepped up into his role here for the Gators in Gainesville. So a fantastic job by him, especially in this game, to really see those pitches coming, have pretty good plate discipline, and be able to, really time everything out appropriately. So a good job here by the Gators hitters as they really come out on top and, sweep this series. And that's what you got to do as you get closer. You got to get season sweeps going. You don't want to lose any of them if you can avoid it. Now, while we do continue to see some of these highlights, I do just want to remind y'all to hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit it already, and definitely hit that bell icon so you can be notified of all the Champ and Sons content, whether it is college baseball, college football that we got coming up, or any of the other great content we do have on our channel. Up until that, everybody, I will see y'all next time in our next episode here in college baseball. So until then, stay safe and well. Y'all know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.